Making video content to get client sales is stressful and confusing. What is the one right video? That's a great question. And the title of a book by Diana Gladney, where she proves quality isn't just king, it's profitable. One strategic video can beat dozens of so so ones. So today I'm unpacking Diana Gladney's book, The One Right Video, including her clarity framework as a filter to give the most value to the viewer, her video content planning system, her video creation tips, and my 5 key takeaways. By the way, I'm April Meese, an AI and video marketing mentor, a twin girl mom, and yes, the woman who once filmed an entire brand video with a disconnected microphone and no sound. I hope this thing's working. Testing one, two. I built 2 multi 6-figure businesses using video, and I've helped hundreds of female business owners do the same to grow with video storytelling minus the audio hiccups. On this channel, I help you destroy the camera jitters, simplify AI, and turn your brand stories into sales. I'm always researching and learning more and then sharing it with you. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Now, before we dive into the content, let's give a quick spotlight to today's author, Diana Gladney. She racked up 25,000 subscribers and nearly 3 million views on her YouTube channel. I first heard Diana speak at Social Media Marketing World 2 years ago, and her talk blew me away because it was packed with so much valuable wisdom. I got her book, but then I got busy and I didn't get to read it right away. And that's one of the drawbacks of these conferences. There's so much knowledge coming from all these different sources. And of course, it's telling you to go in different directions. So it can be challenging to know which advice to follow. But since I've been wanting to read it, I thought making a video about the key takeaways would be a fabulous incentive for helping both me and you. Her teaching is mostly for YouTube videos. However, these insights can be applied to almost all video content. But something I can't emphasize enough is she goes into video marketing so much deeper in the book, and all of the tips can help you. So you should at least get the book, and I will link to it below. It's a quick, easy read, and I'm just pulling out some of my favorite parts. Okay, let's dive in. At the beginning of the book, Diana talks about the right mindset and mission we need to do videos. She talks about the common fears and anxieties that hold people back from doing video. And she tells her story about imposter syndrome. It's one that we can all relate to. As she promotes the value of video, this is where we also find lesson number 1, which is a contrarian mindset of singular, not scale. What if you only need one strategically placed video to flip strangers into superfans and sales? Diana suggests that you need a keystone video, that one video that answers your buyer's sleepless night questions and smoothly escorts them to the next step. Everything else is just supportive material. So think of it as the why them story in my 5 story framework. You prove that you understand them, being your audience of prospective buyers, so deeply that the only next logical action is your offer of what you sell, your products and services. So, Diana's action step for you is to jot down questions your ideal client is struggling with and write down the question that makes people message you. How do I pay you? The video that makes people want to buy from you, that's your one right video. My key takeaway mindset tip is one that she repeats often, and that is that all distractions are equal. All excuses are equal. It's a harsh truth, punch in the gut reality check. But with that, we're moving on to teaching point number 2. Are you ready for another shaking my head, face palm confession? Well, my first professional microphone was supposed to be the best on the market, but the footage still sounded like it was shot inside a tin can. And that's because I didn't have the soundproof studio that was supposed to go with this fancy professional microphone. So then I went the opposite route and I tried clipping a cheap microphone to my shirt. But I didn't realize until after filming the entire video that my hair was brushing against the microphone, causing a constant rustling noise that was very irritating through the entire video. Like that. I decided to post the video anyways, but watch time from viewers tanked faster than my metabolism dropped after turning 50. Brutal. If you know, you know. If I had only read Diana's book sooner, her equipment section helps you avoid overspending with a simple gear buying decision tree that will save you thousands of dollars. As Miss Gladney preaches, lesson number 2 is spend on sound, not on shiny objects. Because a crisp audio builds trust faster than a cinematic showpiece. She argues that poor audio, not the camera resolution, is what will cause you to lose viewers. And she shows how creators routinely help their videos the most by buying a good microphone and lighting. And it doesn't have to be expensive. A best practice rule of thumb is to spend 60% on audio, having what's called a lav or a shotgun microphone, and 30% on decent lighting, and 10% on the camera you already own. Yes, even your smartphone, like I'm filming on mine now. So for your budget, if you have $300, put 200 into audio and lights, and then maybe the other 100 into a tripod, and then your wallet and your viewers will thank you. We're moving on to lesson number 3 because here's where we rescue your weekends with systems. In her book, One Right Video, Diana helps us plan our videos with 2 simple systems. First, she has a system for organizing your planning process with 3 folders on your computer. The first step and folder is called capturing. This is for capturing ideas quickly. Maybe you have audio notes on your phone, or I do this as well. I have a story bank system where I write down stories from the week and the lessons that I've learned that I can use in videos or content later. But having a way or a system to quickly capture your ideas so that you don't forget them is critical. And tip number 4, I will show you Diana's system for only filming twice a month. But getting back to organizing your videos after you have captured the ideas in your capture folder, then you can create a folder called In Progress. And this is where you'll start adding to those video ideas and concepts. Within this In Progress folder, you'll have a subfolder called Ready to Record. And this is how you'll know which ideas and concepts you've completely scripted or worked out what you will talk about so that you are ready to move forward with the filming process. And your last folder to have is called Done or Recorded. And this is, as the name implies, the files that are already done and the videos that you've recorded. So, as you can see, this third lesson is to organize with systems. Diana has a system for organizing your filming time by breaking down your videos into 4 content quadrants according to their length or time of video. So, for example, your quick hitters, as she calls them, these are 60 to 90 seconds. And then you will have that in quadrant 1. And then in quadrant 2, you will have your light planners. These are 2 to 4 minute videos. Then in quadrant 3, you have medium planners. These are 3 to 7 minutes. And then in quadrant 4, you have hard hitters. These are videos that are generally about 6 to 12 plus minutes. Looking at the 4 content quadrants can help you decide what type of video you need to film for your marketing strategy and how much time you have to get it done. People often ask this common question: how long should my videos be? And the answer is long enough to deliver the promise and short enough to skip all of the unnecessary filler. And you want it to be engaging overall. You can further maximize your time with lesson 4, and that is to batch and bank like a boss. I've been a big fan of the term batching content, and I've been teaching a similar system for over 5 years. The concept is similar to baking cookies. Imagine getting out all of the ingredients just to make one cookie. You wouldn't make just one cookie. After getting all of that out, you'd make a batch of cookies. And the same is true with video. Diana suggests a 90-minute power block every other week. Her recommendation is to script 3 videos, then record all of the intros first while you're at your freshest, and then later shoot the bodies. I just noticed that sounds so bad. Don't shoot the bodies. Film the main content and all of the call to actions afterwards, after you do the intros. You get what I mean. Here's my busy mom mode remix. First, on Sundays, anytime after 3 p.m., I have a small pocket of time where I can go back over some of my previous ideas and decide which videos I'm going to work on for the week ahead and further outline them. Then I take the week to work on that content, research facts and information, create a really strong hook or beginning intro, and make sure the video idea is intriguing and the overall content is valuable for you. I like to record on Tuesdays or Thursdays. That's what works best for me while my house is quiet with coffee and concealer fresh on hand. After filming, ideally, I can clean up the video slightly on Wednesday or send out the raw files to my video editor. This system is like meal prepping. You pre slice your vegetables or get all of the ingredients ready, AKA topic ideas and content script, while you have the time, so that when you go to film or cook, it's a breeze or at least a bit easier. But batching videos is pointless if viewers bail. So, in lesson number 5, we'll dive into Diana's clarity framework to make sure that our videos are clear and useful for our audience. So, lesson number 5 is clarity over creativity for creativity's sake. Diana's clarity framework is the perfect checklist for video creation, but I don't want to give away all the goodies. So here's a quick peek into some of the points without all of the spoilers. The first letter, C, is for confusion point. What is your audience most frustrated about? What annoys them about their problem? Because most of the time they're coming to you with a problem looking for an answer or solution. But Diana takes it one step further by saying your video isn't likely the first bit of information that they found. So if you address the point of confusion that the viewer has, then you go one layer deeper than what most people do. So C is for confusion point. Now the L is for lay it out, meaning don't waffle or beat around the bush. What are they going to learn in the video and what will you cover in your content? The A is for articulate the problem. What is the real underlying issue that the viewer is having? R is for relieve the pain point or issue. I is for insight or inspiration. T is for transformation. And the Y is for yes, question mark. Can you answer yes to this question? Now, I know that last part is a little vague, and I'm not giving away too much of the details because it wouldn't be right to give away her entire framework because that's what her book is for, and that's where she goes into detail. And I know I've been saying this over and over again, but the book is way more comprehensive than this quick overview that I'm giving. So you can get the book to learn more about what we discussed today and so much more that I didn't even go into. Like she has a whole section talking about gear and technical equipment, which is one of her favorite topics since her YouTube has a dominant focus on the technical aspects of video creation and video gear. And I'll link to her YouTube channel below as well. I have to say that I noticed so many similarities with Diana and I. We both started video marketing and making video content about 10 years ago. For her, it was 2016, and for me, it was 2014. And we both have systems to save time and be organized. By the way, notice how each of these lessons could sync back to my 5 critical brand stories. One right video equals why them, clarity equals why this, workflow equals why you, because you keep improving. Her mindset section equals why you and why not. And possibly you could say that the gear section also goes for why not, because it removes excuses. But here's the difference. She took action on YouTube and started her channel, and I waited. I thought about it for the last decade. I planned the channel. I even had the videos edited and ready to go. I wish I didn't let those distractions get in the way. Remember, all distractions are equal. And yes, I had other things I was working on and plenty of excuses for not starting. Remember, all excuses are equal. But I can't go back in time. So hopefully, this is a bonus lesson that you learned from me. And that is don't wait. Whether it's starting a YouTube channel or just starting video marketing in general, so that people can find out about your business and the solutions you offer, video is a great way to build that connection and trust. Your brand story wins when you keep it simple, strategic, seen, and heard. Let me know in the comments what's your buyer's number one question, and if you had a favorite lesson from today. Lesson number one is having the right mindset with one right video. Lesson number two is spend on sound, not shiny objects. Lesson number three is to organize with systems. Lesson number four is to batch videos to save time. Lesson number five is clarity over creativity. Also, if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe bell so you don't miss the weekly tips I'm sharing on how to improve your video marketing content. That's it for today with hugs and high fives. Bye for now. Now, before we dive into today's content, I got her book. Wait, where is her book? I got her book, but then I got busy and I didn't get to read it right away. Oops. I got her book. I had it facing the wrong way. Let's try that again. Book sooner. I got something in my eye. Clarity over creativity for creativity's sake. Say that 5 times fast.